Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, back up in the woods, I'm under my little basher top at the moment. It has dropped down quite dark at the moment and there's some menacing looking clouds, so I thought I'd best get some cover up. What we're going to be having a look at today is this, and this is the Jack Pyke Hunter's Kit. It's a twin knife pack or set. This is gifted to me from my good lady Mrs. Mad Dog, so we're going to crack this open and take a look. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So before I open the packet on these two knives, this knife set, I'm just going to throw out the specs which I have in front of me, and then we'll get on to a bit of slicing and dicing. So they're made of stainless steel. It doesn't state what type of stainless steel. The large knife, the blade length is 15 centimeters or 6 inches long. The small knife, the blade length is 10.5 centimeters or 4 inches long. The overall length of the large knife is, 10.5 inches long or 26.5 centimeters, and the small knife, the overall length is 20 centimeters or 8 inches long. Like I say, it's stainless steel. I don't know what grade of stainless steel they are. It doesn't state that. They both come with rosewood handles or scales. The thickness or stock of the blade is 3mm for the large blade, and for the smaller blade it's 2mm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my SAK and open this blister pack up as best as we can. And we're going to get into this straight away. Reaching into the dangerous pointy end first. Okay, there's one. There's two. On the back side we'll get the sheaths, excuse me, the sheaths out. Okay, like I say, these are made by Jack Pyke, which is a UK company. So you get the two sheaths, pretty standard sort of nylon sheaths. I'm not a big fan of these type of sheaths, to be honest, but these companies always seem from the offset to let themselves down with the sheaths. But anyway, there's the large knife. So as you can see, a nice rosewood handle there. I don't know if it's full tang or not. Looking at the way the blade goes into the chool there, or the finger guard, and the way that the back pummel is separated and attached, I would say, just purely guessing, that it isn't full tang, but I'm not sure on that. They do come with a little end protectors there. The smaller knife, crikey me, it's light. It's very light. I do like that. Same type of style and construction, just a smaller miniature version. As you can see, they both have the drop point blade to the tip there. I do like that. They are what appear to be a hollow grind blade down to a secondary bevel. As you guys and lasses know, I do prefer a true Scandi grind, but I'll take whatever I've got. No doubt this will be good for game preparation. There's the two together. You can see the difference in, if I pan back here a little ways, in size. This one feels more biased in weight towards the blade. This one feels quite nicely balanced either way. I do like that. That fits nice, that does. Straight away I'm leaning towards the smaller one of these, just the way it fits. I think you'll be able to chawl up and choke up on that and do some nice work with that. The larger blade, it has a better grip obviously because it is longer and fits in the hand more fully. But For me, if I'm going to have a bigger blade, I always go for Scandinavian grind normally. But I'm not going to knock this. This is a gift, and I'm always appreciative of anything that I'm gifted. I'm not an ungrateful, materialistic type of person, really. I'm always appreciative of anything. They're a pretty looking thing, I know that much. So what I'm going to do is go over by the stump that's just opposite me there, do a bit of cutting, slicing and dicing, and let's see how these perform. Welcome back. So we're over by this old oak stump here, and these are the knives in the sheaths themselves. They do have a nice, good sized belt loop on both of them, which I do like. But again, just the standard corduroy sort of nylon sheath. They are a pretty pair. They do look, they look the part. They really do. They are actually a bit fickle to get in the sheath. They don't slide in and out particularly smoothly. Whether that's just because they're new, but when you actually put them in, they get hung up on the last bit that you really need to. You have to like fiddle them in. I don't know if this is picking up, but it's quite a faff to get them to go. And then the strap gets in the way of the finger guard there. I think Jack Pyke, as much as I love your stuff because you're an English brand, you gotta look at your sheath designs, you know. The same with the small knife. This one goes in somewhat easier, more easy, but again, the finger choil, it gets snarled up on the actual press stud retaining strap there, but once it's in, it's relatively secure. It's not going to come out. Same on them both. I'll take them out the sheaths for now, and we'll do a bit of playing about. Let's have a feel of the spine on this. That actually feels reasonably sharp. So ferrocerium rod, yeah, that's nice. So it's got a nice 90-degree spine. So whilst it is stainless steel, if you do have a good sharp 90-degree spine, it will throw sparks off your ferro rod. Obviously, being stainless steel, the only thing you can't do is use it in conjunction with a flint and steel because it isn't high carbon steel. So let's go with the larger knife here. It's definitely got an edge, but this one feels more smooth, more finished, but we'll give it a go. Yep, yeah, that's more than adequate for getting your fire going. Okay, so down here I've got a couple of old dry sticks here, so I'm just going to have a feel at this. I can feel it biting in nicely. Yeah, it is very sharp, as you would expect from any new knife, really. Getting some nice feathery curls there. The piece of wood that I've chosen isn't ideal. It's quite punky in places. But yeah, we're getting some nice curly whirlies there. We'd have no problem igniting those with our ferro rod. Nice curly whirlies. Let's go with the small one. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that for me feels sharper. It feels more manageable, more wieldable. I can deliver more power through it because it's smaller. Yeah, that's really biting in nice. That I do like that. Yeah, that's good. So again, we've got no problem at all creating little curls for the girls. Get your fire going. So just quickly moving on to the dreaded batoning, or batoning, however you want to pronounce it. Like I say, I'm a big advocate of horses for courses. I believe you should use the correct tool for the correct job if you have it. But I guess we all like to see the batoning I would much prefer to use an axe. I'm not a big advocate of battening unless you absolutely have to, and if you do have to batten, then my advice would be, you know, don't try and batten this stump with something that's clearly not up to the job. You know, it's use your tools within the parameters that they're designed to be used, you know. Now this is a good cured piece of oak. As you can see, it's not wet or rotten. This is a good hard piece of oak, and that's getting the job done quite nicely without too much fuss. Yeah, no problems. Got no sign of movement, everything feels rigid and still in one piece. Yeah, that's no problem with battening. Okay, so onto the little fella. Just pan you up here a little ways. Again, I'm not, especially on a small blade, I'm not an advocate of abuse of your tools, but I do like to use them, if that makes sense. I mean, for this sort of size stuff, I don't see the need for battening, but each to their own. It gets the job done within its design capabilities. But once you have got some nice dry hard cured wood, yeah, it does cut some nice curls, this does. Very nice. And like I say, this is hard weathered, well cured piece of English oak. It actually carves really nice. So we can get our tasks done with these. Come here that ways. Okay. So we can do backstop cuts, D notches, 7 notches, whatever you want to call them, relatively easily with this. Yep. Yeah, no problem at all. So we can do as basic notches with either of these, no doubt. I just thought I'd quickly share this one with you guys and lasses, because they are a pretty set. They're a nice gift set. Let me get you around here a little way. Do excuse me. They really are a nice complementary set. Personally, I do like the smaller knife with the blade design. I think it lends itself better to bushcraft than the larger knife. I mean, they class this as the hunter, so maybe it would be more suitable for preparing game, with it having that hollow grind down to the secondary bevel there. I do like the drop point, because that for me is good for doing like your half boards on your bow drill sets, etc. Or if you want to start doing something where you need to bore a hole, and you can't beat a drop point for that. It really is good. So just a quick look round the Jack Pyke Hunter set over in the UK. I believe they retail at around between £24 and £29 for them both, which isn't bad value in my opinion for what you actually get. And they're a pretty set, you know. These would make a nice present for somebody, one of your nearest and dearest. Yeah, why not? So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you find it useful, if not entertaining. And until next time, Mad Dog signing off. Yeah!